Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 146 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I had challenged myself to run 365 days out of the year this year, all outside, burying the elements, whatever they may bring. I had also challenged myself to run 1,250 miles within this time frame. Now we're almost halfway through the year, and I realized that I'm probably going to surpass that sooner than later, so I had changed the mileage to 1,500 miles now officially for the year. 365 days out of the year, burying the elements, whatever they may bring, and 1,500 miles within that time frame. Now, this is my second year ever running. Within the first full year, I ran 1,002 miles. I did that within 175 days. I ran 1,002 miles within 175 days out of the year in 2020. So this is a 50% step up in the amount of miles I will be attempting this year, as well as a 100% step up in the amount of days I'm out there running. Like I said, today was day 146. Felt good. Did a nice slow run. I actually did 1.5 with my wife at a nice slower pace, and then after I did another 1.6 by myself. Picked up the pace a little bit, but still not too fast. So overall today, the day was 3.1 miles. For the week, that put me at 10.3 miles. For the month, that put me at 126.8 miles. Now, for the month, guys, every single month I do a 100-mile challenge, and I do it in honor of a charity where I start a fundraiser where I donate, and I also try to raise awareness and money as well for this fundraiser. In the month of May, the fundraiser is for To Write Love on Our Arms. And the reason we chose that fundraiser is because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, which we will talk about here in 1 second after we talk about this fundraiser. So this fundraiser, like I said, they focus, To Write Love on Our Arms focuses on mental health issues, suicidal thoughts. If you're struggling with addiction or substance abuse, they're kind of like a hotline that you can contact any way you would like, text, phone call, and you're able to talk to someone. And I discovered them actually back in the past with a lot of the concerts and things I used to go to. They would always show up to a lot of the music I used to listen to back then, like the pop punk. So other than that, if you'd like to donate to this, I'm sorry guys, I keep getting messages here throwing me off. If you would like to donate to this month's fundraiser, you can find the link to donate to May's fundraiser in honor of To Write Love on Our Arms on the Defining Discipline Instagram story, as well as the Defining Discipline Facebook story, or my personal page's Instagram story, or my personal page's Facebook story. Within those links, on the stories up at the top, you can click on the link, but it'll open up another page that says Donate on Facebook. You'll be able to make your donation there. All donations that get made go directly to this fundraiser. Facebook takes 0%. I take 0%. It's something why I continue to do it through Facebook is because they don't take a cut at all, and it's something I really, really like, because it seems like every day now, or in this day and age, everyone has to get their cut. Facebook does not take one, so that is a really cool thing. Other than that, I know times are tough right now with COVID and everything, so not everyone can afford to donate, and you'd still maybe would like to help. The best thing you could do, if that is the case, it is to actually share this fundraiser so it gets out there and people will be able to see it, and we can raise more awareness for it here in this month of May. You just click on the share button, share it around so other people can see it, and we can get some money raised for this, guys. Other than that, like I said, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Every episode, I've just kind of talked about it a little bit, talked about how I myself have struggled through mental health issues throughout my life. Each time trying different approaches, one being a doctor, one being self-medication, lastly being exercise. They all did different things, but I really do love and am going to stick to exercise. Really helps me a lot. That is something that really keeps me and my emotions at bay. But there are other things that you can do. Like I said, doctors, you can go to talk to a doctor, which is very highly advised, because maybe they can diagnose you with exactly what is wrong, and they will have different approaches you can take. If you are against medicine, you can ask them maybe for a holistic approach first before trying medication. But don't be ashamed to try medication either. Medication, there's nothing wrong with medication, especially if it is prescribed and if it is well warranted and needed. There's nothing wrong with going that approach. So there's also talking to a doctor, or just reaching out and talking to a friend or a stranger. Sometimes talking to a stranger like this hotline is a better thing than even talking to a friend, because maybe the advice you get from them you won't think is biased, or you may not think it's they're saying it for a certain reason, or whatever the case may be. So sometimes just reaching out to a friend or just reaching out to a stranger, like I said, is a good way to really try to deal with any kind of mental health issue you're going through. Like I said, exercise though is something I think it's the harder thing to do to stay consistent with it and really get out there. But I really think it works a lot of wonders. It really gets your blood pumping and things going in your body that I think really helps you, really helps your mood, and really gets you going. So I will always push that first and foremost, because what does it hurt just to try? It's only going to improve your health physically. Maybe it helps mentally too, and then I think that is a good first step to try. Other than that, guys, though, 126 miles for the month, like I said. For the year, though, now we are at 642.1. So for the day, 3.1. For the month, 10.3. For the month, 126.8. For the year, 642.1 miles. Now, let's get into today's episode. Let's make it kind of a quick one, not too quick. As you notice, it is a different backdrop. This is part of the studio. Studio is still not completely finished, guys, but I still wanted to get it cleaned up a little bit, get down here, start working on it. I got my computer system over here, another little setup over here. I got a lot of stuff going, still trying to get it organized and right. But as you can see, we have some progress going. And there's going to be even more progress coming. I promise. I just got to really get on it. So actually about that, we're going to talk about that today for episode 146, day 146. Today's theme is going to be shift. Now, I want to talk about shift because change is inevitable. It's going to happen. Now, there's different ways you can approach it when it happens, and I think each way you approach it is going to give you two drastically different results. So, we can either be stubborn and resist it and try to fight it off as much as possible, and try not to accept it, but like time, change is always going to win. We're always going to evolve. Things are always going to continue to move on, and no matter how much you like it or don't like it, if you try to resist it, you're only holding on to it, and stressing it more, and I don't think that is a great approach. It's an approach that I think we all have done and some we continue to do, on a daily basis on different things, but that is one way you can deal with change, or you can kind of try to soften the blow. You can try to accept that it is inevitable, and try to go with the flow almost, and just shift with the change. We're talking about shifting, and right now within my life there is going to be a huge shift, a huge change, and I'm going in the middle of it right now, and still just riding the wave, trying to figure out, you know, the best next approach. And it's stressful. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of unknown, which is a previous episode we talked about, but it's exciting. It's the idea of a better life, of really putting in work to a better life, is really very, very uplifting. It's very motivating. It's very exciting. So no matter how much change is going to happen and all of that, and I don't know how much unknown is happening right now, the best thing for me to do is just to continue with the shift, is just to try to ride it and figure out what the best option is. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to, I could go at it with an awful approach of anger and being upset, but that's not going to get me anywhere. The best thing to do is to just accept it, to move on, and to really focus on this transition, shifting into the next phase of what's gonna be happening. So that being said, I wanted to just kind of get that out there, just the idea of change being inevitable, and we have to learn how to shift when change happens, to shift with it instead of trying to resist it. But something also that has been happening for me personally right now is me lowering these miles to get ready for this race. I got a 50K trail race coming up, guys. There's 31 days. Today's the 26th. So we got 10 days. I got a race, and previous episodes I've talked about it, lowering my miles, tapering, conserving. So I've been talking all about this and conserving my energy and conserving my mental, keeping my minds fresh too, and ready for this race. And now that I'm tapering my miles and lowering them and everything, I have a lot more free time, and most of my free time, I could spend it wasting it like I have been, or I can instead shift my attention to these things that I need to get done that I have been neglecting, like getting this podcast going more and better, and getting some things that have dealing with this podcast rolling a little bit better. Also cleaning up and getting this studio finished, getting the upstairs, redid the upstairs bathroom. We got it like 90% finished. Still need to get the mirror on and a couple accessories for the wall to hang stuff, like the towels and things that we just gave up on. There's so many things that I need to attend to, and I really need to really shift my attention to these things because, like I said, these are things that have been, all of these things, as much as I just kind of put them off and they're out of sight, out of mind, they're deep down in the back of my mind weighing me down. And like I said in of the episode of conserving, is I want to conserve my mental capacity, and I don't want to be stressed out when building up to this race. So right now I'm just trying to declutter and de-stress all of these things that have been built up on the back of my mind, and really focus my attention and getting some things done, getting these episodes done, getting them uploaded still, and really focusing on that, but getting the other things done instead of relaxing and watching TV. And I really wanted to start getting, one of the challenges at the beginning of the year was to read all the time, and to read, I think, 10 minutes a day or whatever it was. I don't even remember. That's how much I haven't been doing it. And I really need to get back that and start shifting my attention to reading, and really cut out the TV time, and shift my attention more on my financial spending and what I'm spending my money on. I really need to be streaming every single platform? Do I need Netflix? Do I need Hulu? Do I need HBO? Do I need AT&T? it's nice, yeah, it's convenient, but it also is such a big time consumer that is wasting all this time, that I need to be shifting my attention to these other things that I need to get done. So that is, I really wanted to talk about shift today because I need to really shift my attention. There's so much I need to attend to, that I've just been putting off, that I just quit. What am I doing? How am I going to continue to waste away and put all this stuff off when I can just be really focusing on it? And now, like I said, now I'm in this taper. I'm still putting in, 3.1 miles at least, for 5 more days. Or 4 more days, I don't even know, because today's the 26th, so that already counts. 4 more days, 27, 28, 29, 30, no, 5 more days. And after that, it'll be down to 1, just doing 1 miles, and I'll have a little bit even more time, and I'm going to try to be more organized with these episodes. I'm going to try to shift my attention more on focusing on just putting out better content and getting better at this and really improving and getting the ball rolling. And I just wanted to talk about shift, guys, because I really am trying to shift and adjust my life, get the ball rolling. Now is the time. Things are happening. Things are popping off. Let's get this done. What are we doing? Let's make this happen. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, was the shift. And for that reason, your daily discipline is going to be the same exact thing. What can you shift? What is shifting around in your life? What can you shift your attention to that you've been putting off? What do what do you really need to shift your attention to? What is it that in your life, if you were to shift all your attention to, it would make your life remarkably, infinitely better? And there are plenty of things that you are putting off that you could be attending to that may, like I said, things around here for me that are just going to take the weight off my shoulders of this, just a little bit of stress of things I just need to get done that I've been putting off. So maybe that's the case. But for your daily discipline, for today and from now on, every single day, is to really think about where your attention is at and where you should be shifting your attention if your attention is not in the right place, guys. And if you have, especially like me right now, I'm getting more free time, a little bit more free time with this taper. I need to really be focusing and shifting my attention now, since I have more time from less running to things I need to get done. Like finishing the studio and other projects I got going within this podcast. So that is your daily discipline, guys. It is to really focus on the shift within your life. Other than that, thanks so much for listening along. Just trying to get everything together, get everything situated. Like I said, am going through some changes and some shifts within my life, so do have a lot of stress going on right now and just trying to figure things out. But I am, again, very open-minded and very excited about the changes, even though they are stressful. So thanks so much for following along. Thanks so much for listening. This is the Defining Discipline podcast. This was episode 146. Your daily discipline for the day is to realize that change is inevitable and to really focus on how you're going to shift your attention to those things if you want to improve the change that is going to happen within your life. Other than that, I'm your host, Scott. This is the Defining Discipline podcast, episode 146. If you guys can, give us a like, a subscribe, a share, and a follow on our YouTube, our Facebook, our Instagram, and whatever other podcast streaming platform you guys have been listening on. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 147. It's going to be another, I think, 3.1 mile, 3.5 to 6 mile day. We'll see if I do the one double loop 3.1 or if I just do the big loop for the 3.5, 3.6. We'll see. But like I said, just getting ready for the race, getting ready for new exciting things, guys. Get that shift going. Start shifting your attention in those right places. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.